Hey guys, it's Stephanie and today we are making a whole branzino. That's right, we are cooking the whole fish today. And with the help of my friends at the Spice House, we're gonna use a fantastic garlic and herb rub that's gonna make us feel like we are enjoying this meal as we float down the Mediterranean Sea. Are you ready to get started? I thought so. Let's go. Okay guys, let's start cooking. We are making a Mediterranean-inspired whole char-grilled garlic and herb branzino. I know that sounds really fancy, but thanks to my friends at the Spice House, we've got a really simple spice blend that's gonna turn this fish into a Mediterranean delight. So let's start by talking about our fish. If you are new to buying whole fish, there are a couple things that you want to keep in mind. Aside from making sure that the eyes are clear and the flesh is taut, you also want to find out what kind of fish you're buying. At the very top level is going to be something called fish in the round. And that basically means you are buying that fish exactly how it comes out of the water. It's got its scales, its fins, head, all of the business. Okay, I prefer to go a level down and get what's called a drawn or gutted fish. I prefer the word drawn. That basically means that the insides have been removed, it's been scaled, but I have all of the other things that I love about whole fish, which are the fin, the head, and the tail. You can also get something called a dressed fish, which is basically a drawn fish with the head and tail removed. All right, let's get this Mediterranean adventure underway. And the one thing that I wanted to mention is that I am using natural hard lump charcoal. Now I'm using that because it imparts a really fantastic flavor to our fish, and it's what's used in the Mediterranean. So we've got a few different flavor profiles going on here. We've got our fish, we've got our herbs and spices, and we actually have the cooking technique imparting flavor. Branzino is a fantastic fish if you are new to whole fish because it has really fantastic flavor. It cooks up well, the texture is meaty, and there are very few thin bones, so it's easy to work around. So if you are new to whole fish, looking to get into it, Branzino is a really great starting point. I first fell in love with Branzino years ago during the Christmas holiday in Paris, and it has always stayed with me. It's one of my favorite whole fish to enjoy. Okay, so now for our other ingredients to make this Mediterranean adventure come true, right? We've got some whole rosemary. Yes, this is rosemary from my garden. And if you know me, then you know that I do a couple things well when it comes to gardening. I can grow herbs, particularly rosemary and thyme. So you'll see those often in my recipes. The other thing that we're gonna work with is really basic sea salt. Looks just like this. It's rosemary sea salt. Fantastic. We're also gonna use some Spanish olive oil. We're talking about the Mediterranean, and Spain grows a really fantastic olive oil. Now, this olive oil is nutty, it's rich, and it's gold in color. Really fantastic. We're also gonna use a little bit of lemon. And last but not least, our fantastic Mediterranean garlic and herb spice blend from my friends at the Spice House. This is a garlic and herb Mediterranean spice blend that has some really fantastic ingredients. In fact, it has most of the ingredients that I would use if I were creating this spice blend on my own. Here's what we've got. We've got some spices, lemon, garlic, lemon juice, lemon oil, and some vinegar. Really fantastic, really delicious. Thank you, Spice House, for making this trip to the Mediterranean so simple and so easy. Okay, guys, let me show you what this looks like. That is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, that was easy. So let me show you how we put this together and get this on the grill. Okay, so let's get started. And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make our spice blend. I'm gonna use a few tablespoons of our garlic and herb blend. Yep. I'm gonna add some sea salt, olive oil, and some lemon. So we're effectively making a paste to smear over our fish. This looks fantastic. You know, one of the best ways to get your dried spices bloomed is to add oil and a little bit of citrus, which is exactly what we've done. Okay, this is great. I'm gonna scooch everything over to the side. and show you how we prepare our fish. So this is our fish, whole fish. I'm using a knife. I'm just gonna score it on both sides. 1, 2, 3. And on this side. And scoring it is gonna keep it from puckering on the grill and also allow the seasonings to float in. All right, so let's get this rosemary tucked in just like this. All right, so the other thing I wanted to let you know is that I'm actually using a fish grate. So one of the best benefits of a fish grate is that it protects the fish from the heat of the coals. So that way you've got this really gorgeous fish that never gets too close to the edge. It also means that it's easier to turn, and I'm all about convenience. So let me show you how I get this fish onto our grate and slathered up with goodness. Just open it up just like that and get her in here. Let's slather her on. Oh my gosh, you guys, this looks fantastic. You can smell the garlic and the herbs. The oil is doing its thing. Okay, now we just need to turn it over. Oh my gosh, you guys, welcome to Stephanie's Mediterranean Kitchen. I am serving this with a little bit of green wine from Portugal, the Mediterranean, right? So this is a little bit of Vino Verde. It's a little lightly sparkling wine that is going to do total justice to this gorgeous fish. I just want to taste this to make sure it is indeed as I remembered it in Lisbon. So light, refreshing, and delicious. Okay, now for our fish. This looks fantastic. If you are new to eating whole fish, this is definitely where you want to start. This branzino has really firm texture, really small bones that is easy to work around. Check this out. Oh my gosh, you guys, the garlic and herb seasoning from the Spice House is fantastic. You can see all these really yummy chunks of garlic, and the herbs are just blessing the fish, and the charcoal has given this really delicious smoky flavor. Oh my gosh. If you are in need of a vacation but can't seem to get away, I'm gonna make a recommendation. Lock your front door, turn off your cell phone, and make this recipe. This is a fantastic way to experience the Mediterranean without even having to leave your home. I'm gonna finish my fish and finish my glass of wine, and in the meantime, if you have a sustainable seafood recipe that can be made in 15 minutes, thereabout, send it my way and I will consider adding it to my arsenal of videos. All right, guys, bon appetit.